Hi, good morning. This is a reflection on lesson 317 in A Course in Miracles, and it says, I follow in the way appointed me. I follow in the way appointed me. And I didn't really, connect with the guts of what the lesson was saying. It was just sort of like when the Charlie Brown teacher goes, wah, 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 wah. But what it really means to me is all of that really pointed me to how I am feeling more and more about how we find our purpose or calling in this lifetime, whatever you want to call it, that thing that if we die before it gets done, it would be tragic. And we don't know what it is. Some of us might know what it is, but a lot of us don't know what it is. But it feels like maybe we have this urge that, like, I could be doing something with this what is it? This one and only life. What does Mary Oliver say? This one precious life. I forget how she phrases it. She's the poet. So to me, it's like what's been appointed me is like, well, what's that mean? How do I, if I knew what had been appointed, what had been given to me, I would know what it is I'm supposed to be doing with this one and only precious life that we have. And it's like, well, we were given something, and I believe this more and more. I heard it a few years ago, and now I'm like, oh yeah, maybe only a couple years ago. I don't know, time's weird. But it's that whatever you feel that lights you up, that says, like, your biggest excitement of the present moment, do that. And then do it to its fullest. Do it till you feel that excitement start to wane. And then do the next thing that fills you with that next excitement. The biggest excitement doesn't have to be the biggest excitement you've ever felt, but what's the most interesting thing in that moment to do? And apparently that won't lead us astray. So I feel like whatever was implanted in each and every one of us, it's that. It's like that little bell that dings when we come into contact with an idea of what something we might want to do, or something we see somebody else do and we're like, yes, I want to try that. Or like something we hear in a movie or TV show or podcast or whatever, or read in a book, and then something in us goes ding or vibrates, or a little spark that's in us bursts up a little, like, a flame goes whoosh. So I feel it, we've been implanted with that that will resonate when it comes into contact with that next step on our path, or with our path in general, and we just step into the most interesting thing in our vicinity that we could possibly do right now. And it could be planning that thing you're going to do on the weekend, whatever. It doesn't have to be like, I have to do it right now. It could just be like, I'm going to put forth some little effort into it right now. Here comes a jogger with me talking to myself. Actually, I'll just tell you the reason I'm out here at Lakeland Park on a work day. It's Friday. I have a client soon, so I gotta go. I hope I don't smell like the outdoor, the kind of outdoors that doesn't smell good. I hope it's the good kind, because I'm going to be up close and personal. So anyway, I came out here because my massage school down in Costa Rica, the cohort I started with in August when I was down there for the month, they are graduating this month. And they asked me if I want to do like a 20-30 second video for their graduation video. And I remember our graduation video. It was like a compilation of all the video they'd taken of us during class, during excursions, during body work, and through the whole course of the program. And then in one compilation video, you get to see all, like, what we freaking did in 4 months or 5 months. Oh my God. They go through so much, and they grow so much, and they're challenged so much. So it was really sweet that they reached out to me to put together a little video. So I thought, well, let's get some morning fall landscape for them still down in jungle Costa Rica during rainy season. Now here it's all dry and sparse and beautiful and crisp and clean. So that's why I chose this contrast of setting to make my little 26-second video. Do you know how hard it is to like fit all you want to say into 20 seconds? That's why my videos here go so long. So anyway, that was fun. So that's why I'm out here. Okay, the jogger's gone. But I feel like, not that he couldn't hear what I'm saying. He had his, I don't care what people say or think I'm talking about, but I just want to take that little interlude to tell you why I'm out here. Because I'm still beaming and I'm still like, the energy of what I put into that video is still with me here. It's just like, all the feels. So it's perfect timing for talking about this lesson that's all about all the feels. It's like, what freaking lights you up? Trust it. That's my own journey I've been on, is like, yeah, I know I like it. I know it's this thing I feel I have to do. Like something is like weirdly calling me to do out of all the other things I could be doing or getting skilled at or whatever. There's this like one thing that's higher than all the other things on the list. And I just saw a bunch of rainbows, but they're not there. Isn't that weird? I literally just saw like whoosh, 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 right there, and they're not there. Where are they? So anyway, there's something that whatever it is inside you, for me, I'm trying to think, because I keep wanting to ground this in like personal experience, something like tangible, is it almost feels like a whoosh right here, like a kind of makes me like my eyes get bigger and want to smile. It's like a drawing towards something. It's that sort of energy of like something. It's in the front of my body for sure, because a lot of times in the back of my body, or the ooh, get away from that kind of feeling, you know, the spinal. So this is definitely a warmer feeling more in the front core of my body. And so I've tried to learn to trust that. I'm still on that journey of trusting all my innate happenings and sensations in my body, because I do feel like they're there as information and to teach. If I just examine them, they've taught me so much already. And I trust what they've taught me. It's like those are some of my deepest truths that I've tapped into just by noticing and allowing them to happen. And then all the dots get connected, all the light bulbs go off, and it's like, oh. So that thing that's appointed us, so that thing that's implanted within each of us, wherever it comes from, probably from a culmination of our life experiences, but sometimes I feel like it's implanted before we were born. Like that thing that, like I was talking about before in a video, where what did you just love to do as a kid? Before you even thought about jobs and like responsibility and like obligations, I probably should be doing this, all the shoulds. Before should was in our kid language, it wasn't. So what elements of what you did really still speak to you today? It doesn't have to be the exact thing. Like I told you, I pulled the legs off of crickets one at a time, set them back down to see just how many legs they absolutely needed in order to jump. As a little scientist, a little cruel scientist, I have to tell you a story about that. Not long after I shared that video, a giant cricket crawled toward me, and then I was like, what do I do? I sort of moved my foot towards it, and then it moved to where I couldn't see it, and then it crawled away, never to be seen again, until it came out again, and it was dead. Like, it was all shriveled up and gone. And that was like right after I posted that video about crickets. So I feel like a lot of times like that, the universe is going. And so there's so many things like I shared in that video about things that did. So to me, that translates to today. Again, here's a real life example of just like when I say the essence of something that still lingers with you today, that is that little fire inside you. For me, it's like that translates to what is the bare minimum of things needed? What are the essentials of something? What is our true essence? What makes us us? Like, what makes that cricket a cricket versus some other insect? Well, it jumps and it uses its legs to do that, you know? So, like, well, what's the bare minimum number of legs that make you a cricket? And to me, what's the bare essentials of this? What makes you you? What makes me me? And so I've been thinking about, what do you love about yourself? What do you love about yourself? Because that is also what has been given to you as a natural gift. And I said this in a reading recently, I think, like, what is that thing you could keep giving and giving and giving of yourself? Not things, not money, but of what you came into this world with, or that you grew through your life experiences. What could you give and give without feeling depleted or like you need anything in return for having given that? And I feel like that's also a clue into this, like, what do you feel like you want? How do you want to express yourself in this lifetime? I think a lot of it comes down to that. Any form of expression is expression of, like, I lived on this earth and here's what I wished I would have expressed, you know, even if it's just the expression of being silent and just being. That's an expression. So anyway, that's what this lesson made me think of. What is that little thing inside you that resonates when you come into contact with your big yes, your big yeses in life, and trusting it? And it's just one next step on the path. So doing what's most interesting, most exciting in the moment. This isn't my idea. I heard it on a podcast a few years ago. And then every time I've tried it, I'm like, freaking yes. Why wouldn't I trust that? It's absolutely true. And it's not like it has to do with the thing you've been thinking that you've been dying to do. Because even sometimes that path looks like this before you're even meant to land on that paver that's literally part of what you think your path to be, if you even have any inclination of it. If you don't, then God, that's a great place to be. Just follow that excitement. And you might think, oh, it's not leading anywhere. I'm just doing things I like to do. Yeah, you keep thinking that. That's totally fine. Bye.